So it looks like Tamar Braxton is coming to the defense of Carlos King against Kandi. Has she just reignited their old school beef? Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you know, we have our Tuesday takeover today at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And I was going to talk about Kandi and all the things that people have been talking about in regards to her, especially her beef with Marlo. As you know, according to LoveBeScott.com's exclusive, the Real Housewives of Atlanta were supposed to start filming yesterday. No word on if they have, but usually we don't know until we see them filming publicly. They're supposed to do their first group filming on Saturday for Ross's 40th birthday. Okay. And reportedly, all the ladies are coming back. And apparently, still, there are issues between Kandi and Marlo. So Kandi, as you know, always on her grind, always doing something, has been putting out these sort of parodies of the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14 reunion.
Next time on the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion.
So, Marlo, do you really think Kandi is not worldwide?
No, she's worldwide. I mean, it's just when I was seeing it at the time, I was saying, you're not in the circles I'm in.
She's got more Instagram followers than like
I'm not
everyone combined.
When we go places to Paris or London, I'm just saying we're just in different circles. But yeah, you're known worldwide. I wasn't seeing it like that.
So you're saying if you go to Paris, what happens versus when she goes to Paris?
Right.
It's different. Oh my God, you guys. What I'm saying is, when right now, and let's just be real, if me and Kandi right now go to Paris or London or something, I'm going to be able to get in certain doors Kandi will not be able to get into.
Hi, I'm Marlo Hampton.
Bonjour, Marlo. How you doing?
Oh, bonjour, I'm doing great. You had this new miracle surgery on my edges and it's doing wonders. Do you love it?
Girl, you look good.
Oh, merci beaucoup. Oh, wait, it is merci beaucoup, right? Because I spelled my archive wrong and these bitches tried me. Yeah, okay, let's go. You like my fake Paris accent?
It's more hip-hop.
Hi.
Wait a minute.
I'm Kandi Burruss.
This isn't a hip-hop club.
What?
It's more hip-hop.
You just let Marlo Hampton in there, so I know you're gonna let me in.
Let me check for Kandi. 1 second. No, we ain't getting no Kandi.
Put me down, bitch! I'm worldwide.
Just right now, we go. That's a lie.
Andy is looking
back.
And apparently, Marlo didn't like them. So Marlo posted in the comments section simply saying this: it's giving, quote, obsessed vibes. Kandi responds and says, I'm going to do you like you used to do me, and fire emojis. All right. But all of this comes with Kandi confirming that she's returning for season 15. As Love B. Scott said, all the ladies are returning and possibly a new face will be joining the ladies, Janelle Stevens. But here's the thing. We are also hearing that Kandi has secured over $2 million for this new season. And this is coming from Radar Online, where they report this. So according to Radar Online, they said insiders told RadarOnline.com that Kandi signed a contract for more than $2 million while securing her spot on the hit Bravo TV series Real Housewives of Atlanta. As you know, recently, Radar reported that Lisa Rinna was asking for $2 million for her to return. We didn't believe that at all, but whatever. So the word on the street is that fans can look forward to seeing Kandi on the small screen alongside Kenya Moore, Senya Richards-Ross, Drew Sidora, Sheree Whitfield, and Marlo Hampton. Janelle Stevens, founder of Camille Rose Naturals, has been booked to film when they start Monday as well. Multiple sources have told LoveBeScott.com. Quote, it's rumored at the moment, she captioned in a blog post on her Instagram stories amid the speculation, Janelle Stevens. Kandi also has taken to her social media on her Amazon live show addressing the whole Marlo situation. Honestly, I'm not that interested in a Marlo and Kandi beef, producers. Me personally, because I think Kandi said all she needed to say last season when it comes to Marlo. I don't want to see another season of Marlo versus Kenya, Marlo versus Kandi. It wasn't that interesting. And yes, I know the ratings were decent. They were very, very decent. I'm just not interested in continued beef between Marlo and these ladies because we know it's manufactured by Marlo. These ladies might have real beef with Marlo, but we don't care. We don't care. Marlo just wants to have a moment because she has no other storyline. Speaking of storylines, this video really is about Tamar. So I had to remind myself when I woke up to the news that Tamar was shading the Kandi situation. Okay, let me just give you a little backtrack for those that may have missed my previous story on Kandi talking about this on the House of Aaron. So as you know, House of Aaron asked Kandi about her supposed beef with Carlos King. And Kandi, for the very first time, really revealed what the beef was. Because a lot of people speculated, was he the producer behind the whole spreading the rumors during the season 9? Kandi says she doesn't believe that. However, she did confirm that Carlos allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, was trying to steal the Xscape story. You remember that's when Xscape came back together because some producer was trying to put out a biopic about Xscape without their permission and without their input. Well, come to find out, Kandi reveals in this interview that it was Carlos King and his producing partners. Carlos has not said anything about this. However, Tamar Braxton decided to take to her social media to repost a video of her on stage that Carlos had posted where he says, "My bish is back," and at Tamar Braxton. She decided to repost it and say this: "My friend Carlos King, who don't have to steal nobody nothing. I love you." And a lot of you may have forgotten that there was beef between Kandi and Tamar. We still don't really understand the true reason behind this beef. Apparently, they had some touring issues when they were on tour with each other. But you also may remember Kandi and Tamar put that beef to bed when they were on Celebrity Big Brother, where Tamar won. And we were like, wow, this is amazing. Great. These ladies were able to get over their issues and really make peace. Like, we didn't expect Celebrity Big Brother. First of all, they didn't know each other were going to be on this show. And apparently the producers didn't know they had beef. Or maybe they did. But they were able to get over it. They were able to become friends after this. So much so that Kandi asked Tamar to be on, remember her dungeon tour? She was a part of that. And she was on Kandi's YouTube channel 3 years ago for Speak On It. I've been busy this morning, y'all, just reminding myself of all the things. So that was 3 years ago. I don't know what has happened in these last 3 years between Kandi and Tamar for Tamar to take to social media and throw herself in this. I don't know if Tamar's trying to get her back on reality TV and she's trying to do it via Carlos King. I don't know. But here's the thing. What you could do is just not say, you could just be like, "Thank you, Carlos. Bye-bye. Happy birthday," because I know it's Carlos's birthday recently. Why get involved in this situation, especially if you're friends with both people? But who knows what's happened between Kandi and Tamar since then? But it seemed like in this Speak On It that they had put their beef to the side, which didn't really feel like beef. Like, what was the beef? It wasn't anything. They just were never close. They just never, for whatever reason, they were never able to find a closeness. As you know, Tamar and Nene are friends, or used to be friends. They had a very public falling out a couple of months ago. But I'm just trying to understand, Tamar, why are you in it? And why did you take this shot at Kandi? And some of you say, well, she never mentioned Kandi. But we know exactly what she's addressing here. The exact thing that Carlos King refuses to address. Because here's the thing. Carlos is always in the comment section when it comes to his reality TV stars answering questions and responding. But when you are put on blast for stealing the Xscape life story and allegedly trying to bamboozle Mama Joyce to give up information without being transparent about your intentions. And when you were called out on it, you didn't want to pick up the phone, allegedly. This is all according to Kandi. And Kandi is many things. And we all call her it. Boring. She's not great on Real Housewives of Atlanta, blah, 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 blah. But one thing we have not found Kandi to be is a liar. And even in this recent Speak On It interview that she did with Tamar, Tamar was praising Kandi, like, "Oh, you're fantastic. You know, I've been on tour with so many different people, and you know, you don't walk around with that ego." Blah, blah.
Position or the feeling of entitlement, right? And not only, you know, were you able to pick a group of women who really don't give a damn about that, but you don't walk around like that yourself. You know what I mean? You don't walk around acting superior. to everybody. And you know, that's I'm telling you, that's a skill. Cause I've been on tour with some people. You can't be in the hallway, Linda. You can't, girl. I ain't got time for that. Like, you know, I ain't sharing no room. You know, they put you in a little cubby hall, and you know, you just be happy and blessed to get your check and get on stage and get the hell out of there. But that's not, you know, who you are as a person, as a woman, and as a businesswoman. That's very important in business. And you know, I mean, I just feel like you've just shown everybody around here that, you know, you can level up and be blessed and be amazing and still be an amazing person. And that's very important.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Well,
so for me, it was like, oh, so you had a really great touring experience. But what has happened since then? Why did you decide to take to social media to take that shot at Kandi? Because all you had to do was like, fantastic. Yay, Carlos. But no, you decide he doesn't have to steal nothing. Apparently, he felt the need to at that time. Again, Carlos has not spoken out for himself and denied these accusations. And the silence is deafening. Guys, I want to know your reaction to Tamar jumping in this. What has happened? Did I miss a story between Kandi and Tamar that may have happened? Kandi has not responded to this yet. If she does, we'll be back. Don't forget, we will be live at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, where you'll have an opportunity to talk more about reality TV news, and pop culture news for our Tuesday takeover. I will see you guys then, but we can start this conversation now in the comments section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.